Everybody, we're back. Our first guest tonight is the star of the popular CBS series 2.5 Men. Please welcome Charlie Sheen. How are you? You look fantastic. You always do. You're Charlie Sheen.
Pretty good. I'm wearing a suit from the 160 days.
What's that? What's the 160 days? I don't know.
160 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it look?
It looks good. It looks good.
Because we're doing 170.
Right, right. We as a team are doing 170?
Yes,
wow.
we are. Yes.
What are you, the royal we? We now weigh 170 pounds.
Yes, we do. Yes,
are you worried about that? Do you want to get back to the 160, or are you staying at the 170?
Well, everything these days on television is 16:9, is widescreen.
Right,
So
right.
it tends to stretch the face. You know?
Right, right. It's true.
So I watch my show at night and I think, I'm never eating again.
Right. That's terrible. You can't buy into that.
No, you can't.
I watch my show at night sometimes, or every night.
Of course.
I'm like, how does he do it? But everybody, you can't look at yourself. It's not healthy. I look at myself, and my head always just looks big and fat, you know, big like a big fat head.
No,
and it is. That's the other problem.
It's really lean in person, though.
It's
I think the same when I'm watching you at home.
But the camera adds.
Sorry.
You too sit at home and just go, that guy has a huge melon.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not right.
No.
Well, it's just not healthy. I want to ask you a few things.
Sure, please, fire away.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to grill you like this.
Okay, no problem.
A couple of years ago, you went through this phase where everybody for years knew you and knows you today as Charlie Sheen. But a couple of years ago, suddenly you're Charles Sheen.
Yeah.
You were Charles Sheen, and that was your credit, and you wanted people to refer to you as Charles Sheen.
Yeah.
What was going on there?
The phase lasted about an hour.
An hour? Yeah.
Yeah. And I just wanted to be more respected and taken more seriously as an actor, and I thought Charles would do it. You know? Didn't work.
Who were you using as a role model for this idea?
Larry Fishburne became Lawrence Fishburne.
Right.
Ricky Schroeder became Rick Schroeder. You went from Coney to Conan. Right?
Yeah.
People don't know that about you.
No. In South America, I'm Conando.
Yes. Yes.
I'm known throughout the world. But yeah, no, so you thought, I'm going to be Charles Sheen right now, and people are going to sort of treat me differently somehow. And it didn't work. Was it? And it actually was a credit.
There was a movie that was directed by Bret Michaels of Poison.
Wow.
It was his directorial...
Bret Michaels, the singer from Poison, directed a movie.
And
you heard about that project and said, I want in on that one.
I'm in. Where do I sign up?
I think we have a picture of Bret Michaels. There he is.
There we go.
There's the esteemed director. There's the esteemed director of the film. He's the one on the left. Yeah. So for that movie, you decided to be taken more seriously. I'll change my name to Charles, and I'll be directed by Bret Michaels of Poison.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, the film was No Code of Conduct.
No Code of Conduct.
Yeah, so the title and the director, I think, sort of eliminated any hopes for...
right.
You know.
And it actually said Charles. And then you just thought, that's ridiculous. You also went through a phase where you were wearing pajamas all the time.
All the time.
Like, you would go to a restaurant wearing pajamas.
Yeah, these weren't really just, off-the-rack JCPenney flannels. These were silk, custom, handmade pajamas, which I like to refer to as leisure suits.
Leisure suits. So you just, but they're still pajamas. So you were still going to the Taco Bell at 2 in the afternoon or a nicer restaurant.
Yeah. The Olive Garden.
Taco Bell, Olive Garden.
The Olive Garden. Thank you. Yes.
Where you were going to the Olive Garden, my favorite reference, wearing pajamas.
A leisure suit, as it were.
But they were pajamas.
They're pajamas,
yeah. What was happening here? Why were you doing that?
I would dress them up in a sport coat with a fedora, and ostrich loafers.
Right. But then people just think you've lost your mind, don't they, when you're wandering around in pajamas, or did it catch on?
Well, when I got to rehab, they said. Charlie.
Right.
You need to start thinking about buying some real clothes.
Right.
That's when I had my awakening. But it's odd. When you work on films, you put on your clothes in the morning, get there, put on their wardrobe, wear it all day, get back in your clothes, go home, take a shower, get in your pajamas. I thought, let's eliminate all that.
Right.
Let's just start the day in pajamas.
Start in pajamas and end in pajamas.
End in pajamas.
Yeah,
yes.
I should do that because I come to work, I get dressed, I come to work here, and then this isn't my suit.
It's
this
not,
is NBC suit.
Of
I don't
course.
own a suit. I have like one suit that I got when I had my first communion, and it's like, it stops here, and this is like a Tom Brokaw retread that they remade for me. It's just an NBC suit, and I wear it,
Yeah.
but maybe I should do that, just,
It makes sense when you break it down.
Right. The
It
little
makes
Daisy
sense.
Duke short shorts that I wear to bed, I should just wear those.
All throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
The crowd gasping. Now, your dad's been on this show many times. Wonderful guy. Is he a flashy dresser? Is he a guy who likes to, experiment with style?
No. He's I sort of describe his fashion style as that of an assassin. I know you think of my dad as a pacifist and all this.
Yeah, exactly
which is true,
right.
But he just sort of dresses like a guy that just wants to blend in.
Yeah.
You can't pick an assassin out of a crowd.
So
but it's
usually the
interesting.
ones with a rifle. That's how I...
Those are the guys, yes, of course. Yes. No, but it's funny because you'll give him something for Christmas or his birthday, a nice, $3,000 cashmere overcoat, and he'll love it, thank you, it's beautiful, and then you don't see it for a year.
Wow.
And then you get taken down to some function or some holiday at a homeless shelter, and there's a guy online wearing that jacket.
Wow. Good for your dad, though. That's a really nice
yeah.
thing. I'm still getting over the fact that you gave your dad a $3,000 cashmere coat. I gave my dad the game Boggle.
Right.
And I threw it at him.
Right.
He said, "Figure this out, old man."
Of course.
But then I went to rehab.
Right.
I'm better now.
Yeah, good. The holidays sound special in your house. Yeah,
the O'Brien
good.
holidays are a rare treat.
Yes.
Then we all eat pudding out of a can.
You'll have to invite me sometime.
I know you desperately want to be there.
Yes, I do.
Be away
Thank
from
you.
your family and join me.
Thank you.
Now, talk about family. A baby due in June.
In June.
This is your second.
It's our second. Well, it's my third overall.
Right.
My older daughter, Cassandra, is 20.
Right.
And my youngest daughter is...
I'm sorry, you're second with Denise.
With Denise, yeah.
Yeah, that's very exciting, though.
Yeah, we're thrilled.
Last time, I think you found out the sex of the baby. Is that right?
Yeah, and then we lied and didn't tell anybody.
Right.
And I actually sat here on your show, looked you in the eyes, and lied to you. I know.
You bastard.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel so vulnerable and naked now.
I know. I'm sorry.
You said you had no idea, and I said, "Are you sure?" And you said, "Trust me, Conan. I've never lied to you."
Yeah, I'm sorry.
With those Charles Sheen eyes that you always believe.
I'm sorry.
So are you going to find out this time, and how can I believe your answer?
Well, we had the final ultrasound, and the doctor wrote it down, and we took it home, and Denise got out of the car and looked at the envelope and looked at me, and she tore it up and threw it in the trash.
Wow.
That's the truth.
How do we know? I don't think anything I don't believe anything. I think all these questions you've been answering for the last 10 minutes are lies.
Yes. I don't know how I could prove that sitting here right now.
Right.
But you just have to trust me.
But here's the problem with not finding out. You have to think of two sets of names now.
Right.
Do you have any ideas for names? Are you going to... Because some people in Hollywood they get a little weird with the names.
They do get a little weird
names.
with the names, yeah. There's the Apple.
The Apple. I think the name is just Apple, not the Apple.
Well, the Apple.
Hey, Gwyneth, how's the Apple?
The Apple Choice is what I was referring to. Yes.
I think that name works. I think Apple's pretty. It's a little unconventional,
nice.
but
It's
it
nice.
works.
Yeah. Isn't there Pilot Inspector?
What?
There's a celebrity in Hollywood who named his child, I think, Pilot.
What celebrity? You can say here, because I'm going to find out soon enough on the internet and announce it on tomorrow's show.
Isn't it Jason Lee?
Jason Lee called his child Pilot Inspector?
I could be slightly off, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, yeah.
Now you're backtracking. You don't want to make any
enemies.
Yeah. But Pilot Inspector, I mean, you're not being cruel or anything. That is an unusual name, you know? That's like, I mean, in Hollywood, people are like, what's your baby's name? His name's There's Gold and Then There Hills,
Right.
That's Chocolate Thunder and there's Rabbit Patrol, you know? They can do whatever they want out there.
Yes, they can.
But
Yes,
you're
they
not
can.
going to do that. You're going to go simple.
No, well, I'm getting a lot of pressure from my co-star, John Cryer.
Yes.
Because his son's name is Charlie.
Oh, that's pressure.
So if it's a boy, he wants it to be John Cryer Sheen. Which, you know.
Oh, yeah, that'll help with the gay rumor thing.
Yeah, you know.
Not that there is one.
Those are out of hand as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with you and me, since we weigh 170 pounds. Well, I wish your wife the best, and that's very exciting. Good for you.
Yeah, it's a thrill.
2.5 Men, of course, airs Monday nights, and congratulations on that. The show's doing great. 9:30 on CBS. You're always fun to talk to. Thanks so much.
Likewise.
Yeah,
Thank
he's a good man. Charlie Sheen, Molly Sims coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.